It's week 2 of the 2024 season, and we've got the Dolphins' rangy cornerback. And how about this for a corner? 10 tackles last week. It's the Dolphins and the Caps, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Columbus Caps and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Columbus club, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game. Let's go, baby.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bridgewater going to throw right away. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Bridgewater now. Caught, it's Wilson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Gets past one man. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 28.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Back to throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And out come the Dolphins now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
2nd and 3. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Third and short yardage. Bridgewater.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now Bridgewater.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good for a gain of 6. And now bring on 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Play fake. Bridgewater.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now back to throw.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Being chased out left. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Bridgewater.
Going right back to Wilson.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And not able to get it that time. He'd hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater again.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The kick by Maher is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin in the Alamo city of San Antonio, Texas. And it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. A touchdown run there for Leonard Fournette. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Kenyon Drake, a touchdown run. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They run a draw here on second down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Again, it's Robinson. And the ball is knocked out. It's going the other way. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Second and 9 now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They run a draw here on second down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one results in 35 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They forced the fumble, get the field goal and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. Wilson's got it complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. Gets around him. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 62 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Robinson up the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater out to the right here to Wilson.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Desperation time. Fourth down, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Second and 5.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard, and time a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
Connecting with Hill.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.